Straight to our colleague, senior reporter Annika Larsen, who is on the floor of the National Results Operations Centre here in Pretoria. Annika, I believe you have the head of the presidency in the ANC. The president expected here today.
That's right. He was due at 10 o'clock this morning, but I believe it's been postponed to later on this afternoon. I'm sure Zizi, Mr. Kodwa, will be able to confirm that for us. The president was meant to come at 10 o'clock, but it'll probably only happen a little bit later.
The president was meant to come today. As we have indicated, he'll come a little bit later. You are aware that he had to take a little bit of a rest over the past couple of days since voting in Shawelo on the voting day. And he's back now with a busy schedule of the president, as you can imagine. He's still head of state, by the way. Still head of state. There are many other issues that he must deal with as we proceed towards the end of the fifth administration.
There was talk this morning that he had the full support of the ANC going forward to reduce the cabinet and to present a slimline cabinet when he appoints his ministers after inauguration. Can you confirm that news that came out this morning?
You remember that during the maiden State of the Nation address of the president in February last year, he announced an intention to reconfigure state and government. And I think that commitment, the president, is a commitment that he still holds. At an appropriate time, the president will announce the outcome of that intention. At the moment, that issue, of course, is an issue that we share in the African National Congress, because it's not about numbers, it's not about names, it's about the efficacy of the state, to make the state and the government more efficient, but to deal with silos within government, that there could be departments that are not working to one another. These are the issues that, along the line, we want to make sure that the state is more effective in the response to the mandate that are given to us by the people, which is in our manifesto. Whether indeed the configuration of government as it stands at the moment is in line or make it possible for us to implement our manifesto. Those are the issues that the president will have to look at, but it's a decision of the president at the end of the day.
I suppose, he doesn't want such a bloated cabinet. It's one of the biggest in the world, but it does mean that people will lose high-paying jobs, which is why, the news this morning of the support I felt was from the party was important. According to the IEC app, ANC's just dipped to 49.5% in Gauteng. Any talks in the huddle behind us on how to deal with that going forward?
You remember as well, if you look at the leaderboard behind us, you'll notice that in Gauteng we've only counted half of Gauteng. Many big metros are still coming. The results will still wait for them. So it will be early days to make a definitive commentary based on the numbers that we see behind us. As you see, numbers are already changing since last night. And I think for us, we're humbled. Having said that, we're humbled by the continued confidence our people, both in Gauteng and elsewhere in the country, to show and demonstrate in the African National Congress. In 2016, you remember, when we had the number of setbacks we suffered, we went back, we did our own analysis and said, let's be frank about what is it that we need to do going forward to 2019. And our people have responded. And our manifesto, people have heard our manifesto. People are beginning to say, have spoken on Wednesday, to say, we're trusting you once more, the African National Congress, because it was the ANC that was campaigning. And therefore, we are confident about the fact that we will not disappoint millions of people who continue to have their aspirations and hope to the African National Congress, including the people of Gauteng. We are still very hopeful that the results that are coming in from Gauteng will change what is in the leaderboard.
Thank you so much, head of the ANC presidency in the ANC, Zizi Kodwa.